Okay, so a year ago, Datadash comes out with this video on stellar lumens, and he talks it up, and so here we are a year later, and stellar lumens is actually doing pretty good. And so I wanted to take a look at it a little bit more, and so we're going to look at what he was saying then, and then we're going to talk about what's happening now. I'm just like the rest of you. I've got a limited uh, I've got limited knowledge when it comes to financial investing, but I've got a lot of tech knowledge. And so, I can spot a good bet when I see it. Okay, so here we are a year later, and we're going to take a look at stellar lumens, XLM. Okay, so we're going to go into 1 years. So we've got a year here, and let's see where we were at a year ago. Okay, so in the period of a year, and if you look in the video, I believe he was saying that stellar lumens was down like near a penny. And now here we are a year later, and we're looking at where are we at right now as far as we're at 30 cents. So if you look at the period of a year, okay, we're down here. We're down here at a penny. This is August 3rd. We're going to back it up. There's July 29th right here. Okay, so we're at 17 cents. Or we're at a penny. Excuse me. We're at almost 2 cents. And then it goes through the year, and stellar got as high as 87 cents. And this is in January, when everything was maxed out. And then it goes through the trades here, and now we're here. And we're at 30 cents. So, just from a layman's perspective, the coin has done very well if you invested in this a year ago. Now, one of the things that I use, when I come on here and I look at coins, is not just the charts, but I also look at a lot of the social media, the markets, the tools. I look at the whole snapshot, and that's why everybody really likes this website here. And so we're going to go back to the website from a year ago, and nothing much has changed. There's a few things on the surface that have changed, but we're going to get into the news portion here. We're going to get into what's really happened in the course of a year over at stellar lumens, and see if this really is going to continue to go. Now, if you watch the video before when Datadash was talking about stellar lumens, the speed of the transaction is really what they're focused on. Not only that, but they're focused on supporting developers so that they can implement this technology. And so the transaction on the decentralized stellar network resolves in 2 to 5 seconds, which is insanely fast. I mean, by the time I'm getting off the phone with you, the money's there. If I needed, to get some money and I was somewhere in the world and I knew somebody that had stellar. So anyway, they have this right here, and just like last year, he was, when you're embracing developers, it's a big thing. And so they are basically boasting, right here, with a team of top technology and finance professionals, the nonprofit Stellar Org expands access to low-cost financial services to fight poverty and maximize individual potential. So they're out there for the small guy, for me, for everybody. So so this is where we're going to get into it. So how it works, all of the information on here from last year's video has not changed. Now, what I'm really curious about is the news portion of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump back over here, and we're going to go into social, because social is something that, and I know a lot of you that are into cryptocurrency know about this announcement that came here recently from Coinbase, announcing that they might bring on Stellar to Coinbase. So that was definitely good news for this particular currency. And the reason why is because, Coinbase is the gold standard when it comes to exchanges with respect to cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. And so when they do bring it on, if they bring it on, then it's definitely going to cause the coin to increase in value. So anyway, we go through the news here, and there's a lot of things that we can pick through. I'm just going to pick a few here, to get through the rest of this video and show you how the year went for Stellar and what I think, in my personal opinion. And remember, this isn't financial advice. I'm like a lot of you out there, but I use, my tech expertise and experience to help me as far as making decisions when it comes to investing in a cryptocurrency, because it is technology based. So that being said, let's take a look at some of the news that's happened over the year. Okay, so we're going to head over here. We're going to type in Stellar Lumen News. And we're going to see what's happened past 12 months. Was it a good bet? So we've got a technical analysis here from News BTC. Let's see if we can pick it out here. Down here, and we'll find Stellar Lumens. Okay, so the technical analysis, I don't know about you, but I see everything just going down, and then it's going up, and it's going down. But let's see what they say here. Transfer 2 collaborates with Stellar to promote international pay and remittance. Soshi Pay. Price is up 80% in the last month. Right there. Now, a lot of people might say, well, we're preparing for that ETF decision here coming up in September, so the market's going to be bullish, and that's a good analysis, or that's a good reason why maybe it's up. But 80%, I know a lot of tokens, or excuse me, a lot of coins are not doing 80%. So anyway, what they go on to say here is that it did register gains, and it's actually been a good month for them. From prior XLM trade plans, all we need are strong gains of July 25th. I mean, I think personally, the market's going to do well all the way through the decision with the Bitcoin ETF, but we'll see. We'll see how the market moves. But so far, good news. I see. Now, there was this one story that came out the other day that Stellar is entering XRP territory, and it kind of looks like, this battle for position between the two coins. And so, any news sometimes is good news, whether it's good or bad. But again, a lot of positive news, and then there's of course the news about Coinbase adopting Stellar Lumens in the future, and that was good news as well. We can go on to see that there's some other news here. Project update Stellar Lumens XLM for protocol for value exchange. Not sure what that means. And here's one. Can Stellar Lumens make you a millionaire realistically? Probably not, but it can put some extra money in your pocket. And it really depends on what you're comfortable throwing at Stellar. Just right on the surface, if we look at things a year later, from when the video came out, it's definitely doing a lot better. And, we can go on to a lot of the message boards here, and it's really all the same that I've been seeing, where, the altcoins have not really moved at all. And, it's been kind of a dry, past couple of quarters. So we're going to see what happens. I think that just based on what I've seen, when I initially watched that video and what's happened over the period of a year, if you've invested in Stellar Lumens, it was a good bet. And so I think that once this Coinbase adoption happens and we get through September, that we'll definitely see stellar movement. So I'm going to keep my, I'm going to keep what I have, and hopefully, we're going to see green instead of red. So my hat's off to you, Datadash. I think that, based on just what we've looked at here briefly, we didn't really dig super deep, that, definitely stellar lumens is looking like a good bet. And that's it. That's all I got for you today on nail.io. If you have any questions, leave your comments below. You can also send us an email, ask@nail.io. Thanks for watching.